Ok, bonjour à tous et à toutes. Moi, je m'appelle Monsieur Bennett. I'm Mr. Bennett, and we're looking over the first vocabulary from Chapter 1. If you look, this is the title page for Chapter 1, and I like to go over this briefly because it shows us what our objectives are for this section. If you look just right here, it says in this chapter you will learn to 1. Ask or tell what someone is like. 2. Ask or tell where someone is from. 3. Ask or tell who someone is. 4. Describe yourself or someone else. And finally, 5. Talk about students from France and Martinique, a French-speaking section of France that's found in the Caribbean Ocean. If we scroll down in the PDF, we get to the actual first vocabulary section, which is titled Vocabulaire Mot 1. And this word looks like moths, that's pronounced mo. It actually means words. So this is section words number 1. And we'll go through and look at what is being described here and talk about it a bit. So first off, we're given a question. Comment est la fille? Listen to that again. Comment est la fille? And this means, what's the girl like? La fille is the word for girl. Comment actually means how, but like, how is she? What's she like? And we have some descriptive words, some adjectives describing these two women. We have brune, which means she has brunette hair. Petite, which means that she's small or short. Grande, which means tall. And amusante, which means funny. So we have some words that are more physical description, and then we have more of a personality description word with the word for funny. If you'll repeat those 4 terms after me, please. Brune, petite, amusante, grande. Perfect. All right, and then we have this little description here at the bottom. We have some questions about the girl here who was in front of the Sacré-Cœur Church in Paris. The questions read like this. C'est qui? C'est Julie Lacroix. Julie est française. Elle est d'où, Julie? Julie est de Paris. So our first question, c'est qui? Who is this? And then it answers, c'est Julie Lacroix. It is Julie Lacroix. Julie est française. Julie is French. Julie est française. So we have this word for French with an E at the end, which indicates that it's feminine. Elle est d'où, Julie? She is from where, Julie? Like, where is she from? Julie est de Paris. Julie is from Paris. So on this page, we have a lot of words that describe a woman or a girl, and these are feminine, and the spellings of these words matches that gender. So we have an E at the end. Brune, petite, grande, amusante, française. And we see this is different on the next page. The next page is talking about a boy. And so our question is, comment est le garçon? What's the boy like? Le garçon is the word for boy. Note it's le garçon. On the other page, it was la fille. So le is a marker telling us this is a boy. And look at the way that the words are different. Brun, petit, amusant, grand. A lot of times in French, you don't pronounce the last letter in a word, and we see that here. Brun, petit, grand, amusant. These are the same words from the last page. The last page, they were feminine. So it wasn't brun, it was brune, and petite instead of petit, and amusant instead of amusante, and grand instead of grande. So we're seeing a distinction here in the language between describing men and describing women. And we have a similar mise en scène, a similar set of questions and answers here, because these also are a bit different. C'est qui? Who is it? C'est Olivier Charpentier. It's Oliver Carpenter. Olivier est français. If you remember, the girl was française. He is français. And he's from the city of Nice, not the city of Paris. The last thing in this section here at the very bottom, we're given a few more words to describe people. It says, note, many words in French and English look alike, even though they are pronounced differently. These words are called cognates. You can use the following cognates to describe people. Américain, blond, patient, intelligent, intéressant. These are all masculine. If we were to make these feminine, we would put an E at the end. Let's come up to this section again, and I'll have you pronounce these 4 words, repeat after me, then we'll come down and do these couple, and we'll talk briefly about this last section, and we'll be done with this for today. So here we go. Repeat after me, please. Brun, petit, amusant, grand. Good. All right, and here we have Américain, blond, patient, intelligent, intéressant. If these were feminine, they would be américaine, blonde, patiente, intelligente, intéressante. You would pronounce the last letter of these words. And finally, we have some words to express degree, like how American is someone, or how blonde are they, or how smart. They might be really smart. They might be just a little bit smart. They might be like truly very, very smart. And so they have this expression, il est amusant, which means he is funny. And they have 3 words that they squeeze in that tell you like a bit more. So he's funny, he's assez funny, which means he's quite funny. Très, like he's really funny. And vraiment, like truly, truly, truly funny. And these are like in order of how much more. So if someone's just kind of average funny, il est amusant. But if they're like completely like stand-up comedian funny, il est vraiment amusant. And the other 2 are just varying degrees, a little bit more for each one. So il est amusant, il est assez amusant, il est très amusant, il est vraiment amusant. And that brings us to a good stopping point.